Minecraft Beta 1.5 was the first ever Minecraft version to include achievements. Back then, Minecraft was way different, but the main concept of the game was still there. There were only 16 achievements in the game back then, and pretty much all of them still exist nowadays. But in this time period of Minecraft, some of them were a huge pain in the butt to obtain. You'd think getting 16 achievements would be easy, and you'd be right to some extent. Most were basic, progression-based achievements you unlock without really batting an eye, like crafting a wooden pickaxe or sword. But then, you need to travel 1,000 blocks on a minecart in a time where minecarts were incredibly slow and iron was pretty hard to come by. Mix that in with the fact that sleeping is hard, water isn't safe, and not to mention, the game goes by very slowly because there is no sprinting and no hunger bar. So yeah, sit back, relax, and watch me slowly, painfully, collect every achievement in this extra nostalgic masterpiece of a game, Minecraft Beta 1.5. Now before I start, I'd like to tell y'all something. Most of you guys probably came here from my Minecraft Xbox One Edition achievements video, which makes sense because that video single-handedly jolted my entire channel back into relevancy, and it basically shows that hard work really pays off. And as a single editor making videos like these, it's a great feeling when they actually blow up. This video right now has around 300,000 views, making it my second most popular video behind this joke of a video. So thank you guys so much, this means the world to me. I especially love your guys' kind supportive messages, as well as the comments telling me to make more Minecraft videos. They really keep me motivated. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Once I created the world, it didn't feel real. Everything about it was different. No hunger bar, no sprinting, and there were barely any unique biomes. I did, however, spawn in a desert, but immediately ditched it because I needed some wood. I opened my inventory for my first achievement, went and punched a tree for my second, and got a crafting table for my third. I went exploring for a bit and found this beautiful cliff area where I wanted to make my home. Now, in this version, while you don't need food for hunger, you really need it to heal. So, I tried killing some pigs, which would be one of my only food sources for the entire world. Food is very inconvenient to have because it doesn't stack. Plus, pigs are rare and sometimes don't even drop food. Next, I went and got a wood pick, then mined stone for a stone pick for 2 very easy achievements. I mined some coal for torches and fuel, and made my furnace for my 6th achievement. Then, when it was getting dark, I started a mine and got nothing but 8 pieces of iron. I went back up to the surface while it was still night, and stripped a sheep of its wool, simply by punching it. Then, with a skeleton trying to kill me, I made a bed and fell asleep. When I woke up, I smelted some of my iron for my 7th achievement. Next, I decided to make a wooden sword for the time to strike achievement, then kill the cow for the cow tipper achievement. The land around the cliff looked ugly, so I flattened it and made it all grass. That took up the entire day and used up a lot of shovels. When it became nighttime, I went looking around and found a creeper, and killed it for, you guessed it, another achievement. Then, when I tried going to bed, a stupid skeleton woke me up and killed me. Not even an hour in and I'm already dead, the first of many deaths in this world. After I died, I spent way too long trying to get back to base. I know it was a simpler time, but come on, I hate the fact that I can't sprint. Once I got my stuff back, I went to bed, but not without a skeleton jump scaring me the second it hit daytime. I then spent some time gathering dirt and flattening the area around my base. The next day, I decided to go mining. And when I actually found some caves from strip mining, I actually got lots of stuff like iron, redstone, and most of all, my first diamonds, which for some reason wasn't even an achievement. I then decided I wanted to leave, but couldn't find my way out, so I had to dig my own way out. Yay. When I got back to my base, I crafted my first diamond pickaxe and started work on an actual house for myself, so I began digging into the mountain and trying to decorate the inside. I'm not really a great builder, and when you combine that with the limited block palette of Minecraft Beta, you get a little something that looks like this. I made a wooden hoe for the achievement Time to Farm, and started work on a mini farm next to a pond at my base. I then spent some time moving all my stuff outside into chests inside my house. After that, I cleaned up the interior and added some decorations. Then tried making a cow farm, only to realize that you can't breed animals yet, so it was basically useless. I got the bake bread achievement by harvesting 3 pieces of wheat and crafting them into bread, and then made myself a fishing rod and caught and cooked a fish for the delicious fish achievement. Next, I went mining and found way more stuff like iron, gold, coal, redstone, lapis, and even some more diamonds too. But when I dug up, I had no food, and it was nighttime, and guess what happened? When I got my stuff back, I went back to my base and smelted and stored my stuff. I then crafted myself a diamond sword, a diamond axe, and some diamond boots for some reason. The next thing I tried to do was make a cake for the lie achievement. And yes, I do know that it's a Portal reference. I basically had everything I needed to make a cake except an egg, which I somehow didn't have yet. I looked around and found a chicken, and it was in the water and it was kind of acting like a duck. I spent like 10 minutes waiting for this chicken to give me an egg, but it just would not. And then, when it became nighttime, this somehow happened. I then continued my quest of finding an egg, so I spent a while chasing down a chicken and somehow pushed it into my useless cow pen, which now actually has a use. I literally waited like 20 minutes for this chicken to lay the egg, and when he finally did it, it was nighttime, and as usual, I had trouble sleeping. I had so much trouble sleeping, I actually slept in my fake cow pen I used for the chicken. The second I woke up, I got some milk from a cow and crafted my very first cake for the lie achievement. That marked the end of the easy achievements. I had very easily gotten 14 out of the 16 total achievements, but man, these final 2 achievements were some of the most annoying, difficult, and tedious things I ever had to do in this game. First off, we have On a Rail, which you may remember as the achievement where you need to ride a minecart 500 blocks in a single direction. Well, you'd be very wrong. In this version, it's 1,000 blocks! Pair that with the fact that you also need a ton of powered rails too, because minecarts in this version, even with powered rails, move at such a painfully slow speed, almost slower than a player walking. Well, at least that achievement was straightforward, because the other achievement, When Pigs Fly, has to be 100 times more annoying and pure luck based than On a Rail. For this one, you need to find a saddle, which you can only find in underground dungeons, which have to be the rarest thing in the entire game. Then, you need to quote-unquote ride a pig off a cliff, which would seem easy as you just needed to take fall damage or something. But in this version, you can't guide the pig because the carrot on the stick doesn't exist yet. So, you just have to hope that it somehow wanders its way off a cliff. The only other option is to punch it so that it gets knocked back in a different direction, which also risks killing the pig and the saddle. Yup, once the saddle's on the pig, you can't take it off. And if the pig dies, the saddle just simply disappears. Did I mention I hate this achievement? Anyways, I wanted to start work on the minecart track, so I pretty much used up my entire iron and gold supply to make rails and powered rails, and got to work.
This is Elon Musk.
Once I ran out of tracks, I went to go mining, and thought, maybe it would be a smart idea for me to make a nether portal, since saddles sometimes spawn in nether fortresses. However, I forgot one key thing. Nether fortresses don't exist yet, but I didn't know that yet, so I spent a painfully long time mining obsidian, which took like 10 years to mine each block. Then once I got back up to the surface, I built the portal. Then, as I entered the nether for the first time, I immediately got attacked by ghasts, and I didn't want to die in the nether, so I just went back home. And lucky for me, when I went mining, this happened. It happened. I know it doesn't seem like it took a long time, but I had been searching for like an hour and a half for this. It was a miracle. Finally I found it. I also mined all the mossy cobblestone because it wasn't craftable and it was super duper rare. So, when I got home, I made a house out of it. It looked really ugly, but it was a cool flex. After, I had to extend the minecart track through a hill, and it used up the rest of my iron and gold, so then I decided to go mining again, and came back with some more iron, gold, and even more diamonds, which I needed to make myself a new diamond pickaxe. Then, I thought to myself, what if I got the When Pigs Fly achievement right now? Like, right now. So, I went outside and looked for some pigs. Unfortunately, I used my only saddle on the first pig I found, and since I didn't already trap it, I basically just sabotaged my own self. I still tried trapping it, but it was very annoying because the pig couldn't even stay in one place for more than 3 seconds. Eventually, I somehow trapped myself and the pig in a 1x1 space, and when I tried mining my way out, this happened. Stupid pig. I had lost hope at that point. I really didn't want to have to find another dungeon. So, to focus on other things for a while, I continued my minecart track up through the hill and onto the surface. Luck was never on my side today, as when I went to sleep, I woke up with a creeper staring into the window of my door, and I didn't realize until it was too late. Yeah, that was probably the stupidest Minecraft clip you've ever seen. I mean, it wasn't even that bad. I cleaned everything back up in 5 minutes. I wanted to save as many powered rails as I could, so I dug through the hill next to my base and made sure the minecart track was flat. I then extended the track by making a huge flat bridge of cobblestone that started from the top of the hill, and made sure to place a powered rail every 10 blocks. I eventually ran out of materials, so then I went to the desert and turned on F3, where I could practically see where the mobs were underground, in search of dungeons that were close to the surface. It was a massive waste of time, but at the time I was desperate and wanted to get another saddle to make up to myself after what happened with the pig earlier. My next attempt was to try and look through caves to hopefully find a dungeon, but found iron and diamonds instead. Bummer. And while I was working on the minecart track, the game glitched me through a block and I fell to my death. It was super annoying because I didn't even remember the way back home, so I spent longer than necessary trying to get back. Once I did, I got my stuff and extended the railway across the ocean onto another island. I then went mining for the 42nd time and got a pretty nice haul. Next, for some reason, I went to the nether again to look for a fortress. I made a bow to fend off the ghasts, but I never ended up finding a fortress. Maybe it was because they weren't even in the game yet. I got back and added rails to the bridge I made across the water, and then I made the greatest decision ever. I had the idea to mine under the island next to my minecart track. I mean, the caves were fine at first. I was in need of a bit more iron and gold, and they contained a decent amount of them. And then it happened. It was the holy grail of chests. Just one I needed. 2 whole saddles! I can finally relax at the fact that I now have 2 whole chances at this stupid achievement. The second I got back home, I knew I was getting that achievement. I had trapped a pig and set up an area where I could punch him off a cliff. Then, put my saddle on him. I spent so long on the achievement that all of my armor broke somehow. But after a half hour of carefully attempting this god-awful achievement, this happened. I even recorded my genuine reaction of me trying to get the achievement. Come on. Face towards the thing. Face towards it. No, don't go up! You're killing me. Literally. You're literally killing me. Yes! 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 It worked! It worked! Yes! I was super happy and excited, not even thinking about what had just happened. I killed the pig before it even began to fall, but the game somehow still gave me the achievement. But I did not care how I got it. I was just so relieved I had finally gotten that stupid achievement. I can now rest easy knowing I had just completed the hardest achievement in the game. The very next thing I did was create some more rails and powered rails, and rode my minecart track all the way over to where I had stopped making it. I needed to dig through a mountain when I got there, so I quickly extended the track through there. It was smooth sailing from there, except when a creeper blew part of the track up. I was happy enough to not care, and eventually had to extend the track some more into another mountain. Once I had run out of rails, I was certain the track was long enough, and when I rode it back home, sure enough, the achievement popped up right as I reached home. That was it. That was the very last achievement I needed. I had done it! To top the night off, I was actually able to fall asleep without getting woken up by any mobs. When I woke up, I went onto my balcony and looked around at my world, knowing I would never touch it again. But I was just so happy that I didn't need to get those god-awful, long, difficult, tedious, and annoying achievements ever again! Let's go! Wow, I really just got the original 16 Minecraft achievements and made it into a video. It was a shorter video, but I really wanted to get another video like my Minecraft Xbox One Edition achievements video, because I know you guys really want more content like this. I don't think I have emphasized enough on how much the support means to me. Of course, the Minecraft Xbox One Edition Achievements video absolutely blew up and is my second most popular video, and without your support, I would have never even considered making this video. So thank you all for the kind support, and thanks so much for watching. Slap just slap, out.